In the midst of so much going on, like violence in Chicago, many have described it as the killing fields of America, particularly among young African-American and Latino males. Some even argue there is no upward mobility for the youth growing up in the tough, low-income minority communities. But in today's Beyond the Dream, we see a different picture, a real story of real triumph in the middle of crime and tragedy. While deadly violence in Chicago gets all of the focus on the news, 700 students at the Gary Comer College Prep are boldly defying the odds against them. They're excelling in education in the middle of Southside's killing fields.
It really is a great thing, especially, you know, if you just watch the news any night, any given night on the violence in Chicago, to walk into this building every day and work with the kids that we work with. Our kids really are defying the stereotypes. 100% of our seniors every year have been accepted into college, and it's going to continue happening.
My father was a treasurer of the gangs, and he basically told me that I wasn't going to do what he did, that I was going to go to school. So I used school as a vehicle, education as a vehicle, to keep myself out the streets.
Assistant Principal Vondale Singleton graduated high school, attended Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, where he earned his master's degree in education. Armed with faith and hope, he returned to the city that he loves to help kids in Chicago achieve their dreams. He launched CHAMPS, a mentoring program to help teenage boys withstand the pressures of joining gangs.
I used to be at risk, then I switched it up. Started hitting them books and kept my grades up.
The boys recorded a song and video that urges people to focus on education and jobs and urges gangs to stop the violence. The video earned recognition from the White House Film Festival, which paved the way for the kids to visit the president. Singleton and the young men tell me they are on a mission to develop the kind of character that leads to a legacy of greatness. What is the impact that you want the world to know that you're making on the good young men and women in Chicago?
I would say, for me personally, I'm letting the young man know that I'm not giving up on him.
How long have you been a student here?
Since 2012.
And what's involved in your future?
Right now, I'm like transitioning into like this solo artist, and I'm also going into forensic psychology. So it's like growing up, basically, going from that baby into that adult.
Could you have done that without coming here?
No.
Going to like a regular school, I wouldn't have been challenged.
We hear all these bad things about Chicago and unfortunate circumstances where young kids are dying, yet you're the lions who are out there making a roar for change.
One of the things we really try to push is a life without excuse. So it doesn't matter, two-parent home, one-parent home, foster care, living in a homeless shelter, dads at home, dads in jail. We don't care about what the background is when you come. We try to foster that life without excuse, because there's always going to be a reason to fail. We're going to give you every reason to succeed, be positive, and not be negative, and that's what we drive for every day.
An incredible program. The Gary Comer College Prep and CHAMPS insist on setting audaciously high goals for the students. It challenged them to believe that with grit, zest, optimism, and gratitude, anything is possible.